I'm 78 years old now, and I've had enough quiet mornings to understand something I didn't see when I was younger. The house is too still most days. Even the clock sounds louder than it used to, and in that silence, things come back, not the moments I'm proud of, not the days that look good from the outside. No, the truth comes back, the things I missed, the things I chose, the things I told myself mattered. I spent my life chasing the wrong things. It didn't feel wrong at the time. That's the part people don't tell you. Regret doesn't come with a warning sign. It doesn't knock on your door while you're young and busy and tell you to slow down. It waits. It lets you keep going. It lets you believe you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. I grew up in a house where success was a very clear thing. My father didn't talk much, but it was always about work. He used to say, if you want to be respected, you have to earn it. As a boy, I believed him. We didn't have much money. I remember my mother stretching every dollar like it was a piece of string that might snap. I was going to be successful. I was going to have money. I was going to build something bigger than the life I came from. I met my wife when I was 24. Her name was Margaret. She had a way of listening that made you feel like what you were saying mattered. She laughed easily. We didn't have much. A small apartment, a kitchen table with one leg slightly shorter than the others, but those were good days. Margaret used to sit across from me, asking about my day. I talked a lot about the future, about what we would have someday. She would say, don't forget to enjoy now. And I would smile and say, we will once things settle down. But things never settled down. I started working longer hours. At first it felt necessary, then it felt normal. When our first child was born, I felt something bigger than anything I had known. I was going to give him everything I never had. But giving him everything slowly became giving him very little of what actually mattered. I missed things. A school play, a Saturday at the park. There was always a reason, something at work. That couldn't wait. Years passed. My children grew up. They learned not to expect me. You don't always see what you're losing while you're losing it. Margaret changed too. She became quieter. The kind of quiet that comes when someone stops trying to be heard. I would stand there for a moment, thinking I should say something, and then I would tell myself I'd make time tomorrow. Tomorrow became my favorite lie. One evening, in my mid-50s, I came home early. Margaret was sitting at the kitchen table, just sitting there, looking at nothing. She said, I don't think you know us anymore. Not angry, just honest, she said. You've been busy for 30 years. I told myself she didn't understand the pressure. I kept going. That was the night I should have stopped chasing. But I didn't. Years later, after I finally retired, I felt lost. I didn't know how to be present in a life I had spent decades avoiding. Margaret and I sat across from each other in silence. The same kitchen table. But something was missing. Margaret passed away 3 years after I retired. In those final days, holding her hand, I realized she never wanted the things I chased. She wanted me, my time, my presence, the small. Ordinary moments I kept postponing. I walk through these rooms now and see pieces of a life I thought I was building, but never truly lived. If you ask me what I regret most, it's not something I did. It's something I failed to do. I failed to be there. Pay attention to the people sitting across from you. Because one day, you'll have all the time in the world. And you wish you had used it differently. I spent my life chasing the wrong things. And now all I have left is the silence that came from learning it too late.